I'm going to give you the 6 free tools that I use the most. As I covered in the last episode, there's a lot to learn when you launch Tarkov. Battlestate Games has created incredibly unique systems for health, healing, looting, questing, weapon modification, and that's not even opening the can of absolute nightmare fuel that is armor penetration and ammo. All of this put together makes for an incredibly realistic yet exponentially frustrating experience. When I first started, this was mind-numbingly complicated, and to top it off, there's no in-game tutorial, and the tooltips that are there are often fairly useless. This game is the epitome of getting thrown to the wolves. You're an infant, given a gun, slapped on your ass, and thrown into Navy SEALs Hell Week. And yet, somehow, it's only gotten more in-depth since my first day. With all that being said, the community of Tarkov is one of the best that I've ever been a part of when it comes to external tools. In this video, I'm going to cover the 6 that I use the most. Some of these tools are common among Tarkov veterans, but some of these are criminally underutilized. It's even possible that some Tarkov veterans might find something they didn't know existed. If this is your first time here, and you want to learn how to improve your Tarkov gameplay, make rubles, and all kinds of other Tarkov stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss anything. Like every player in Escape from Tarkov, my raids went in one of 2 ways. With a horde of loot, trying to Tetris into my stash, or completely naked, wondering what I had done wrong. I had just come off a very long survival streak of 7 raids in a row. My backpack was overflowing. I literally had to crawl out of the raid because I had so much loot. It was here, staring at my stash, that I realized I have no open space. Gab boxes were full. My inventory is a mess. I proceeded to do the only thing I knew how to do to start cleaning up. I opened the wiki and I began looking at each item one by one. Looking at what each item was used for, and slowly narrowing down what I thought I needed to keep for quests and hideout progress, I began to realize that I was stocking up on way too many things. Eventually, I got to the point where I kept enough morphines for the next 10 PMCs to turn in every single quest that they needed morphines for. My issue? I had no idea why I was keeping something, except for the wiki told me that I needed it for a quest. The one fateful day, while raging about how much of a mess my stash was, I happened upon Tarkov Tracker. As I opened the webpage, a beam of light shined down upon my stash, and suddenly, it was clean and organized. And this is how I got there. First, I would use my scav box as a force for good. I would label it Tracker. Next, with the Tarkov Tracker on my second monitor, I would look up the items I have in my inventory. Searching for something like corrugated hose shows me that I needed a metric fuck ton of these things. I would then choose how I want to use these items by clicking the little plus mark and then dragging the item from my inventory into the Tracker scav box. Additionally, for a sanity check, I like to have the scav box open, so when I do look up something, I can quickly see how many of that item I should be holding on to. As long as I didn't put anything inside this box that wasn't on the tracker, and I marked off when something came out of the box, I was golden. Now that I'm not hoarding tons of loot, I can sell off anything that doesn't need to be found in raid, and I can take advantage of the early white prices. Now this wasn't the only challenge, standing in the way of me spending more time in raid. Another major time sink was trying to figure out how to obtain my next case from a barter trade. Once I have plenty of money, I just buy all the stuff without really looking at the price. But early on, before committing to a multi-million ruble purchase, it's kind of nice to know exactly how much that trade will cost. This generally takes a little bit of time, because some of the barters have a lot of items so you have to calculate the total price for it. I started keeping Excel sheets with all the barters I like to do, such as the weapons cases and sick cases, only to have them outdated the next day because the latest and greatest change from Battlestate Games. But then, with a single keystroke, all of my spreadsheets vanished, because I had found a Tarkov guru. Not only do I have to do almost no work to check how much a new weapons case will cost, I can see if it's worth it just purchasing straight from the fleet. Spoiler, it's not. As an added bonus, you can almost ensure profitability from your hideout crafts because our guru knows the way, and this is it. The guru also taught me to hit that like button if you're enjoying my content. This lets YouTube know how to better recommend videos for you. It's like a win-win. Finally, I'm able to get into a raid much faster and lose gear with more velocity with today's video sponsor, Rad Cola, found in a Goshen Isle near you. Like most players who are new to Escape from Tarkov, I often found myself wandering around, trying to figure out if it's this rock or that taller rock over there that I need to walk to the right of so I don't hit the landmines. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Me too. While there isn't a GPS, we can utilize the next best thing, a highly dynamic map. By far, one of the best resources for learning each map, and all of its details such as the spawns and cache locations, is Map Genie. I personally found one of the best ways to make additional money in Escape from Tarkov is to use Map Genie, and learn how to find all the stashes on a map such as Interchange. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you left your generator on. Let me know down in the comments if your generator was in fact on, and what Escape from Tarkov tools you like to use, and if you're going to use any of the ones that I've shown here so far. While this seems like a happy ending with a clean stash and more time to actually raid in Tarkov, I still found myself doing a few other things that consume my time fairly regularly. There are a few quests in Tarkov that need to be completed during a specific time cycle, such as 22-05 for Insomnia. I lost track of how many times I'd be trying to get into raids for a specific time period, just to have messed up the weird Tarkov to real life time conversion. After a bit of Googling, I found Tarkov Time. While this isn't the most powerful tool I've grown attached to, it still helps out a great deal. Look at it, just slowly ticking along, showing you the current time and how long in real time it will be for the next 11 Tarkov hours. Incredible. If you're anything like me, and you prepare for your raids with a general idea of what you're trying to accomplish, then you have undoubtedly spent hours on the Tarkov wiki comparing different calibers of ammunition to figure out what weapon you need in order to complete your goal. For a simple, quick view of what ammunition will penetrate which class of armor and do enough damage to kill a PMC with a headshot or a body shot, look no farther than EFT Monster. Here, we can quickly see every ammo plotted in the game against each other, showing a spread of damage and penetration values. I'm always looking to improve at Escape from Tarkov, both inside and outside of raid, and I hope these tools will help you as much as they've helped me. If you're new to Escape from Tarkov, check out this video here for some helpful tips to get you started.